we are with expert Ken Courtright, who's going to be giving us his best advice, his secret sauce to any entrepreneur who wants to elevate their website or purchase a new website. Hey, Ken, any pressure?
No, none whatsoever. Thank you.
So seriously, in about a couple minutes here, we want your best stuff. So are you prepared?
I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
Gotcha.
All right. And
so,
action.
if someone asked me if I only had to do one thing to succeed online, what would it be? I would have to say this. I would go to a tool. Assuming there's a website up and running and it has some content already in it, I would put the 3 key phrases that site already ranks for, or the 3 key phrases you want that site to be found on. So again, I'll pick on, say, cupcake recipes. If you already dominate how to make a cinnamon cupcake and how to make a pumpkin cupcake, but you want to grow the site further, if I only have to give one piece of advice of how to grow it, and I'm going to do this for some methodology that's free or nearly free, which is the methodology we use on 500 plus sites, it is this. I would put the phrases I want to dominate into a tool called Google AdWords Keyword Tool, and I would do something very, very specific. I would run the tool, and when you put a couple key phrases in the tool, it's going to kick you back anywhere from 200 to 800 other phrases that people are searching outside of those top 2. Okay. And it gives them back to you in what's called relevance. I would export that into an Excel spreadsheet. And then what I would do is once I have that Excel spreadsheet with those 800 phrases, I would do what's called a data sort with the whole sheet. So if it gives me, let's just pick on 400 phrases, I would do a data sort by the column that is showing people how many people a month search for each of those phrases. So let's say the word cupcake was searched 1.1 million times, and how to bake a New Zealand pumpkin stir-fry cupcake was searched 1 time. If I did the data sort from the biggest at the top to the New Zealand, whatever I just said, at the bottom, which got searched 1 time, what I would tell people to do is spend your life trying to get Google's attention. And there's a slight secret sauce that we have, and it goes like this, and anybody can do it. If you data sort by the biggest words, key phrases at the top and the small guys at the bottom, the odds are 99.999% that nobody's ever written on those ones at the bottom. So if there's something that's only been searched, say, 10 times, and you write on it, and you title your piece of content with that one phrase, there is a really, really good chance, since nobody else has written on it, if somebody searches for it a month later, which might even be you would show up on the top of page 1 of Google. Do you follow that?
Yeah.
So watch this. Anytime something is searched, which, by the way, 26% of all searches every day have never been searched before. So I'll say that again. 26% of all searches every day, 24/7 in every country, Google has never seen that search before. They don't know where to send it. So watch this. If you dominate number 1 on page 1 on any phrase, including one that is very seldom searched, that number 1 ranking is called an authoritative pointer. So Google is pointing to you saying, oh, they're at the top of the list for that phrase. Even though kind of sort of you almost made up that phrase, right? So, but then what I would do is I would tell, say, my daughter, who might do a cupcake recipe next summer, I would say, Kara, here's a keyword silo of 400 phrases. You're going to write on this one down here first. Nobody's searching on it, but I want you to write on it anyway. And then a month later, it'll probably be on page 1 of Google, if not number 1. And then I'm going to have her write on the one above it, and the one above it, and the one above it, and the one above it. And what's going to happen is you're actually writing on search phrases that aren't that commonly searched. But a few months go by, and all of a sudden Google looks at you as an expert in 26 different categories. Now here's what's great about Google. They have spiders that crawl the site. They don't mark an authoritative pointer for a big word or a small phrase. They just mark an authoritative pointer. So the reality is, if you're starting to dominate the small ones, Google actually looks at your site as authoritative. And then what we teach people is you start writing at the bottom, then you jump about a third of the keyword silo. You jump up about a third, go into some slightly meatier words, maybe ones that are searched 1,000, 10,000 times, and you start writing on it. We have found that there's a lot of times when you jump up a lot of phrases into some that are actually searched quite often, you'll actually come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 organically in search. And you just keep going, and what's really cool is if you do that jump and you start writing there and you start ranking, when you make a bigger jump up here, you won't rank as high, but it actually starts lifting up the middle piece as well. So my advice would be, nobody is so special that this doesn't work for them. It'll work in any industry. Start a website, start writing, don't stop, write at least once a week, and start with the smaller words. Let the big boys fight for the big ones, and eventually, as you climb up, you will be one of the big ones.
Start from the bottom up then, right?
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Ken, and we continue success to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.